All right, what's up, guys? My name is Parker Beatier. I am a seven-figure seller looking to be a consistent seven. All right, what's up, guys? My name is Parker Beatier. I am a seven-figure seller. I have done $1.1 million in sales this year from January to September. So I'm going to break down exactly the softwares that I've been using to scale my Amazon business. And the nice thing about an Amazon business is you can keep it lean, right? Like you can have softwares that cost $20 a month, or you can have softwares that cost $500 a month. It really depends on the quality that you want and the outsourcing that you want to do. So for my Amazon business, I have two main softwares for product research. So if you were looking at an Amazon product right here and you wanted to know, is this product profitable? There's two different softwares that I use to determine this. The first one is going to be SellerAmp, right? And it's a Google Chrome extension here in the top right. That's actually going to pop up in this product every single time I have an Amazon product page. And it's pretty much going to give you a sales rank, estimated sales. And the biggest thing is you're going to see profitability, right? So you're able to look right here. If you bought this shoe for $20 and you wanted to flip it on Amazon, I need to know exactly how much profit I'm going to make. And this is very, very accurate with Amazon's fees. So you pretty much know down to a penny how much you're going to be making. And there's a lot of other features with this too. You can see the amount of sellers on here. If they're FBA or FBN, you're able to make Google Sheets as well. And that's pretty much the SellerAmp side of things. And then in terms of Keepa, Keepa is a chart that pops up below every single item, right? It's going to have the price history for the last all time, even if you want to, or the last year, 3 months. And it's also going to tell you the competition. So what you want to know is if the competition is rapidly increasing, the price is probably going to drop. And that's very important data for us to have rather than looking at this and just thinking, okay, this has been $49 all year. Well, it actually hasn't. It's been more like $60 and now it's really, really low. So it's probably going to be hard to find profitable. If you're flipping something that's dropped in price recently, there's a reason it's dropped in price because a lot of people are trying to get off of it. And it's probably cheaper than it normally is, and it's going to be hard to flip. So those are the main two softwares I use for product research. They're very, very important. I think every single Amazon seller uses Keepa. There's not really another product on the market that allows you to use Keepa, especially for about $19 to $20 a month. That's super, super cheap for the data that it gives us. SellerAmp is about $25 a month. Super cheap. Unless you get the annual plan, I think you can actually have a little bit less. I don't think either of these I could sacrifice in my business. The other ones I'm going to show you later, you might be able to sacrifice. Next is my repricer. So for me, repricing is super, super important because I'm doing a ton of units. So I use SellerSnap, which I think is the best repricer on the market. The other ones would be Aura and BeCool. SellerSnap is the most expensive one. It is an AI repricer that's going to aggressively reprice. And I've used all three repricers. I think it's the best one. Now, it is the most expensive one. The highest plan is actually $500 a month. And I wouldn't recommend this for every new seller because that's going to take away so much of your profit as a beginner that I would probably go with one of the other cheaper softwares. But as you scale up to like 1,000, 2,000 units, like 30 to 50K months, I think it's almost stupid not to be using SellerSnap, sorry. And yeah, it's been really good for me. It's really easily to manage. The interface is really nice. So SellerSnap is the repricer I use. And if you don't know what a repricer is, basically it's going to drag up the buy box, right? So this is an example of people selling out here, right? Offers are dropping. And then you see the price going up. Your repricer is going to try to drag the buy box up. And if you have other sellers that have repricers, you guys are all consistently going to be going up a couple cents on the buy box, right? On the buy box right there. So you want your repricer to jig up the price on Amazon and still get you buy box. That's the whole goal of a repricer. So technically, a repricer is supposed to make you money. It's supposed to pay for itself down the road. If you don't have a repricer, you're literally going to be checking your prices probably every few hours trying to win the buy box because you're then going to be going against computers and you're only one person. If you have like 20 listings, it will literally take you an hour. Now you can just outsource that, have it done by AI, and it's a lot cleaner. The third or the fourth software that I use is Inventory Labs. So I use this to list products on Amazon. I think the Amazon interface in Seller Central is super clunky to try and list products on Amazon. My prep center obviously uses this, so I send everything to the prep center now. That's why I have this software. But this software is not only a listing software, but it's also an accounting software. So for anyone who wants to keep track of their books, this will sync with Amazon Seller Central, and you'll be able to have your fees, your profit, and all that stuff. And it's about $69 a month. I think it's completely worth it if you want to have it for your accounting. Now, if it was just your listing software, don't know if it would be worth it. But I think if you want to have the accounting side, you just have to manually enter some data like your extracurricular expenses. And then all of your Amazon stuff, all you have to do is put in the buy costs and it'll tell you your profit monthly. So those are the four softwares that I mainly use. I think that SellerAmp and Keepa are pretty much non-negotiable, but the Repricer and then like the listing softwares, I think there's a few different options if you wanted to use those. But yeah, those are the four I use. I keep it pretty clean. So that's about $1,000 a month. But when you have a store that's doing, $100,000 a month in revenue, that's not a crazy amount of expenses because the rest is pretty much just spent on inventory.